And if you
Welcome inside Brent Brown Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University for this 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament game between Box Elder and Spanish Fork. We are underway with Bennett Bradford, the center fielder for the Dons, stepping in to lead it off. He has a 2-ball and 1-strike count against Jake Brooks, who will get the start for the Bees tonight. Box Elder wearing their purple uniforms, Spanish Fork in the travel road grays tonight. That one's popped up by Bradford and will be fouled away, and it will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll give you the Spanish Fork lineup. Leading off in center field will be number 23, Bennett Bradford. Hayes Hall, the pitcher, will bat in the 2 spot. Brady Bate, the right fielder, hits 3rd. Brock Nelson, the first baseman, will hit 4th. Trevor Perkins in left field hits 5th, and Jake Nielsen behind the plate will hit 6th. Jake Brooks, set from the mound, delivers home the 2-2 pitch, and that one's going to be grounded to 3rd. Christofferson's going to cut it off on the infield. His throw over to McKay Evans is in time, and there's 1 away in the top of the 1st. So 1 down, and we'll conclude here with the Spanish Fork lineup. Ryan Golish, the third baseman, hits 7th. Cooper Thorpe at second base will hit in the 8th spot, and Nick Roberts at short will round out the order as the pitcher Hayes Hall will step in. Spanish Fork defeating region opponent Salem Hills earlier today to stay alive in this tournament. That one's taken high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Box Elder has played their way through the bottom part of the bracket as the 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner to even the count at 1-1, including winning the game before this one. So 1 ball, 1 strike count on Hayes Hall, and the 1-1 pitch comes. He swings and fouls that one back, and it will roll up over the press box roof and go 1 ball and 2 strikes. Overcast night as clouds begin to move in on this Wednesday night for baseball at Brent Brown Ballpark, an elimination game for Spanish Fork and for Box Elder. 1 ball, 2 strike, the count. The delivery swung on and hit out to right. Hall is going to round first, and the catch is made. There's 2 outs. Let's give you the defense behind Jake Brooks tonight for Box Elder. It's going to be Bryant Tingy getting the start in left field. Mason Timothy in right field just made that catch. In center field will be Colin Rainey. On the infield, Cooper Christofferson at 3rd. Connor Udy at short. Jacoby Bryce over at 2nd, and McKay Evans at 1st. Behind the plate for the Bees is going to be Justin Adams as Brooks set and delivers the first pitch home, which is a called strike to Brady Bate, the right fielder. Bate will stand in, get the 0-1 pitch, and that one swung on, lifted out to pretty deep center field. It's going to send Rainey back, but he gets back to make the catch, and the top half of the 1st comes to an end. So Spanish Fork goes 1-2-3. Box Elder coming up after the break. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork 17.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964.
So I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798-3500.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprintandcopy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Bottom half of the first inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Box Elder got Spanish Fork to go 1-2-3 in the top. And we head to the bottom of the first. The Bees of Box Elder coming up. And this will be their starting lineup. Leading off will be the catcher, number 5, Justin Adams. Brian Tingey gets the start in left field, will hit second. Connor Udy at short will hit third. The first baseman, McKay Evans, will hit fourth. Jake Brooks, starting on the mound for the Bees, will hit fifth. It will be Cooper Christofferson getting the start at third base, hitting sixth. The designated hitter, Tegan Hubbard, will step in the seventh spot. Jacoby Bryce at second, hits eighth. And Mason Timothy will round out the order and bat ninth. Hayes Hall is set on the mound. He delivers home the first pitch. A breaking ball. It stays inside to Justin Adams, and it's 1 ball and no strikes on the Box Elder catcher. Quickly set the 1-0 pitch, and that one's going to be away for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. A breezy night for baseball here at Brent Brown Ballpark as the 2-0 pitch is in on the corner, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Defensively for Spanish Fork, as the 2-1 pitch comes in, that one's going to be swung on and fouled away down over in the maintenance area, and will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defensively for the Dons, Trevor Perkins in left field, Bennett Bradford in center, Brady Bate in right. As the 2-2 pitch goes low and away for ball 3, and the count's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's going to be Ryan Goulash at third, Nick Roberts at short, Connor Thorpe at second, as the 3-2 pitch is low and away, ball 4, and Justin Adams is on for Box Elder to open up the top of the first, and Brian Tingey will come to the plate, number 29. Over at first base for the Dons will be Brock Nelson, and behind the plate and doing the catching tonight will be Jade Nielsen. So Brian Tingey is set in the left-handed hitting batter's box. Hall set, and the pitch comes low and inside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Box Elder defeated Skyline in the game before this one to advance to be able to make it here to play Spanish Fork. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pickoff move and getting back to first is Justin Adams. No score in the bottom of the first. Spanish Fork going 1-2-3 in the top. 1-0 pitch is on its way, and that's going to Spanish Fork in the traveling. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch comes in, and Tingey behind it and swings and misses. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Connor Udy, the shortstop, waiting on deck for the Bees. One ball and 2 strikes as Hayes Hall comes set, pickoff move, and again Adams dives back safely. And we'll get set for another 1-2 pitch. Infield up the middle for Spanish Fork, playing a double play depth, and the pitch to Tingey, swung on, grounded into the right side for a base hit. Adams will take the turn at second. He will go to third. The throw is going to be cut off by Roberts, and Box Elder puts runners on the corners with nobody out. So runners on the corners, nobody out, and the 3-hole hitter, Connor Udy, the shortstop, will step to the plate. So again, Spanish Fork will bring the middle infield at double play depth. Brock Nelson at first will hold Tingey on over at first base. And Box Elder threatening to score here in the bottom of the first. And the delivery from Hall is swung on, and that one's going to be fouled down the right field line. It's no balls and a strike as that one gets off past the maintenance area. It's 312 down the right field line, 408 to center, and 305 to left here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Runners get their lead, and Hall delivers the. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayes working Hall working from the stretch and delivers home a breaking ball. It's swung on and line up over the glove of Roberts into center field. Coming in to score will be Justin Adams, and Box Elder's taking a 1-0 lead here in the first. So back-to-back singles puts Box Elder up 1-0, and McKay Evans is going to come to the plate. As that one just out of the reach there of Nick Roberts at short. And the first pitch to McKay Evans is going to be in there at the knees for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Getting ready to go is Hayes Hall on the mound. Checks the runner at second, delivers that one right on the outside corner, and it makes the count, no balls and 2 strikes to McKay Evans. Bryant Tingy running at second. Connor Udy at short, and the 0-2 pitch is going to be high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hall, a quick worker on the mound, already with the sign. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball past Nelson and into right field. They're going to wave Tingy around third base. The throw is going to come high over the catcher's head. Tingy will score, and it's 2-0 Box Elder here in the first. So that one just got through Nelson. Thorpe tried to get there, and a great throw coming in from Bate in right field, but it overthrew Nielsen behind home plate. But there to back it up was Hall, the pitcher, and it's 2-0 Box Elder. And that's going to bring Jake Brooks, the opposing pitcher, to the plate. The first pitch to Brooks is over for a strike, and it's no balls and a strike. Still nobody out in the top of the first. Box Elder with two across, and the 0-1 pitch is going to be away for a ball, and evens the count at 1-1. Nelson comes in about a step or two on the first base side, and Brooks swings, hits that one to second. Fielded by Thorpe. He goes to Roberts for 1, down to Nelson for 2. A 4-6-3 double play, and there's 2 outs in the first. Moving to third will be Connor Udy, but a big out there for Hayes Hall and the Dons. That's just a tailor-made double play, and there's 2 outs. So Cooper Christofferson stands in, and he takes the first pitch strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. Running over at third base will be Connor Udy, the shortstop. And the 0-1 pitch comes. That one's high for a ball and evens the count at 1-1. Christofferson, an even stance in the box. As the 1-1 pitch comes, that one's going to be swung on, popped up. It's going to come over towards first, a long run. It's going to bounce right in front of the Box Elder dugout on the first base side. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Spanish Fork in the third base dugout. Box Elder, the home team, in the first base dugout. Box Elder was the visiting team in their earlier win over Skyline. So instead of having them change dugouts, they kept them there. The 1-2 pitch is a called strike 3. Christofferson down on strikes, but Box Elder puts 2 in the first inning at the end of 1 complete from Brent Brown Ballpark. Box Elder 2, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
Fresh cut lettuce, perfectly sized vegetables, all the things you need for a fine salad. Fresh baked breads and pastries, cinnamon rolls to drool for, home-styled sandwiches that will please any appetite. Is this some new gourmet restaurant in town? Nope, it's all right here at the Dugout. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Dugout hits a home run. The Dugout, located next to the ballpark and the fairgrounds in Spanish Fork.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. Be pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Top half of the second inning coming to you from Brent Brown Ballpark. Spanish Fork coming up, trailing in this one, 2-0 as we begin the top of the second. Brock Nelson, the first baseman, will stand in and lead it off as Jake Brooks delivers the first pitch. It's swung on and fouled away. It's no balls and a strike. Six. And delivers the 0-1 pitch. A pitch that stays high and above the belt, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike the count as Brooks, set on the mound again, delivers the 1-1 pitch, and that one bounces in for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Brooks set, ready to go once again with the 2-1 pitch, and that's swung on, and that one's going to be fouled away, and it's 2-2. So the count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Spanish Fork cleanup hitter. Set and ready to go. Brooks gets his sign from Justin Adams behind home plate. And the 2-2 pitch is on its way, and that one's going to be low and away for ball 3. Count will go full. So Spanish Fork, who went 1-2-3 in the top half, is a ball away from getting their first base runner on in this one. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Brooks kicks and delivers home. That one swung on and fouled away, and it's 0-2. Is that one, or it's 3-2? As that one went down into the batting cages down the right field line. Outfield playing straight away. The 3-2 pitch swung on, grounded to third. Christofferson with it, the long throw across to McKay Evans in time. And there's 1 away here in the top of the second inning. So 1 away, and Spanish Fork will come up as a routine ground ball there, hit by Nelson to first. And Trevor Perkins will stand in, number 18. Perkins hitting from the left side of the plate. Brooks set, ready to go. Kicks and delivers the 0-1 pitch, is on its way. That one swung on, hit hard into the gap. That's going to sit and roll out to Rainey in center field. So Spanish Fork with their first hit of the ball game, a 1-out single in the second. And the Dons will bring the tying run to the plate here, and Jade Nielsen. It's a line drive, a good solid base hit there into left field. Not much there Box Elder was going to be able to do about that one. And Nielsen comes to the plate now, the catcher, wearing number 5. Brooks checks the runner at first, delivers that one high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Justin Adams. Runner over at first. Perkins gets his lead. The delivery comes. That one swung on, hit out to right, and that one's going to go foul. And we'll make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. I think that one might have hit off, looks like the roof right down the right field line where they keep all the machines and the equipment to take care of the field. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brooks delivers home, and that one's right on the outside corner for a fastball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Perkins is going to get his lead over at first. 1 ball and 2 strike count to the catcher, Jade Nielsen. Brooks delivers the 1-2 pitch, swung on. That one's going to be fouled away, back over above the press box. And we'll redo the 1-2. Infield for Box Elder at double play depth. Outfield playing pretty straight away. Christofferson playing a few steps off the line. That one's high for ball 2, and the count evens up at 2-2 to Jade Nielsen. Two balls and 2 strikes the count as Brooks comes set, ready to work from the stretch. The delivery comes. That's going to be swung on and grounded foul past the first base coach for Spanish Fork and rolls down into the Box Elder bullpen. Brooks takes his look in to get the sign. Now takes a look over at Perkins at first. And the delivery home is swung on, popped up. This is going to be over towards the Dons dugout. Justin Adams giving a look. He's going to make the catch right over by the railing of the Spanish Fork dugout, and there's 2 away. So that one just a high pop-up off the bat of Nielsen and a long run for Justin Adams, but when Adams got there, he was literally about to fall into the steps, into the Spanish Fork dugout. Great concentration by Adams, and 2 away, and Ryan Gulish, the third baseman, will stand in. Hitting from the right side, and Brooks delivers home the pitch, and that one's off the plate for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Perkins gets his lead at first. Brooks working from the stretch. Delivers home. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Ryan Golish. One ball and 1 strike the count. Brooks again takes a look over at first to try to keep Perkins close, and the pitch comes, that one just off the plate for a ball, and the count goes back to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike as Jake Brooks gets the sign from Justin Adams and delivers home a breaking ball. Swung on, grounded through the right side for the base hit. Perkins is going to take the turn at second and hold, and Box Elder will get the ball back in, and Spanish Fork with 2 singles here in the inning has put 2 men on, and Cooper Thorpe comes up with 2 outs. So the first opportunity for Spanish Fork tonight with a runner in scoring position, and Cooper Thorpe will stand in. Thorpe wears number 1, getting the start at second base tonight. Runners get their lead, no runners being held on. Jake Brooks takes a look at second, delivers home, and Thorpe swings and fouls that one away. It's no balls and a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Cooper Thorpe, hitting from the right side of the plate, and the 0-1 delivery. Brooks will turn, and now will look the runners back. Nobody was on second base. Either Udi or Bryce for Box Elder was on the base, and so no real big threat there to throw back. No balls and a strike. Brooks delivers home, and that one's going to be low and away for a ball, and the count's even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners get their lead. Perkins at second. Golish at first, and the pitch swung on, and that one's lined foul. It's going to go over by the Box Elder dugout. And the count will go 1 ball. Runners will get their lead. Brooks kicks and delivers home the 1-2 pitch. Bounces in the dirt for a ball. Adams blocks it, and it evens the count at 2-2. Adams will go out and have a quick word with Brooks on the mound, and now Brooks will return to the mound. 2-0 Box Elder. We're in the top of the second inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. Spanish Fork with 2 singles here in the second. They're only hits of the ball game, and those men are on first and second. The 2-2 pitch home. That one's high for ball 3, and Cooper Thorpe has worked the count back into his favor at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Double play depth up the middle. Regular depth now as Udi will move back behind the runner, and the pitch comes through. A changeup came there from Jake over. So Spanish Fork does get 2 base hits, but they're not able to score. We head to the bottom of the second at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Box Elder 2, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork Channel 17.
Congratulations, Car Guys!
Calvin Youd, Randy Brailsford, the Car Guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
Welcome to Confetti Antiques and Books. Today we want to talk about our basement sale and some of the fun things we have going on down here. Like old LPs. Wait! The light! Somebody get the light! Really, we want to talk to you about the Lucy Light by Empowered. A solar-powered emergency light that everyone should have in their home. How often have you found that battery on your flashlight to be dead? With the Lucy Light, you get up to 12 hours on a single charge. Perfect for your long-term 72-hour kit.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, the bottom of the second inning, Box Elder leading Spanish Fork 2-0 in this 2014 Class 4A elimination game. Hayes Hall delivered the first pitch, and I believe time was called before, and yeah, time was called. As Hayes Hall back to work, and the first pitch to Tegan Hubbard is low and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. It will be Hubbard, Jacoby Bryce, and Mason Timothy coming up, 7, 8, 9, as swinging through it was Tegan Hubbard and evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Hall, the right-hander, a quick worker on the mound, has the 1-1 pitch, and that one's low and away for a ball, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Hall doesn't move much off the mound, gets right back on, set and ready to go with the 2-1 pitch. That one swung on, and it's going to be fouled away. It will roll up off the netting and back behind home plate. The count's even at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Hayes Hall sets, gets the sign, and delivers home the 2-2 pitch. Just off the plate for a ball, and the count will go full at 3-2. Jacoby Bryce on deck for Box Elder. The full 3-2 pitch, swung out and missed, strike 3. So Hayes Hall comes back to get his second strikeout of this one on a pitch in which Tegan Hubbard just swings through, and with 1 away, the 8 spot hitter Jacoby Bryce will come up. And the pitch coming home, Bryce, that one's just off the plate for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch on its way, swung on and grounded to short. It's going to be fielded by Roberts. His throw gets past Nelson, and taking the turn and going down to second will be Jacoby Bryce. So a throw that came low. Nelson couldn't quite scoop it at first base. And Jacoby Bryce moves into scoring position. They will give that an error. I would imagine it will go against Nick Roberts there, the error on the throw. And with 1 out, Box Elder again with a runner in scoring position, and Mason Timothy will come to the plate. Timothy getting the start in right field, and the pitch comes, and that's over on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Timothy will hit from the right side of the plate, gets relatively deep in the batter's box, and the 0-1 pitch coming from Hall swung on and popped up, and that's going to hit the roof and hit actually not too far from behind us on the stairwell. And the count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Hayes Hall set, working from the stretch, and delivers the 0-2 pitch home, and that's going to be high at about the belt, and the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Running on at second base is Jacoby Bryce for Box Elder. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Hall is set from the stretch and delivers home the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 of the game for Hayes Hall, and it's also the second out here of the second inning. And back to the top with the lineup, and Justin Adams. Adams will step up. He walked in his first at-bat and came around to score. And the first pitch from Hall, a breaking ball. Adams swings and hits that one out into center field. It's Bradford coming on. He will make the catch in left field. And the bottom of the second is over for Box Elder. We've played 2 complete from Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Box Elder 2, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork 17.
Lunchtime is coming soon, but you only have 30 minutes to get there, eat, and get back. You'd better head to the dugout, quick. This isn't just fast food, it's good fast food. Our fresh salad bar will please your appetite for a healthy and quick meal. Fresh fruit, fresh toppings, fresh hot pizza, or home-styled sandwiches. Take it back to work with you or eat it right there. For lunch or dinner, the Dugout, it's a home run. The Dugout, next to the ballpark in Spanish Fork.
What time is it?
Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time.
Top half of the third inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. Spanish Fork coming up, and they trail this one 2-0. The difference in the ball game, a couple of runs Box Elder got in the bottom of the first inning. Justin Adams walked, Brian Tingey singled, and then a pair of RBI singles by Connor Udy and McKay Evans have got us to this point here. The Dons will bring up 9-1-2. It will be Nick Roberts, the shortstop, Bennett Bradford, and then Hayes Hall, the pitcher, due up here against Jake Brooks. And Nick Roberts will step in wearing number 12. He'll hit from the right side as Jake Brooks is set and ready to go, and he delivers home the first pitch to Roberts, and that's taken high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. If you're just joining us, Spanish Fork in the gray tops, and the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, and outside for a ball, and it even makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. Box Elder, purple tops and white pants, and the 2-0 pitch on its way. That one stays off the plate, ball 3 balls and no strikes. So Nick Roberts has worked himself into a good situation to be in with a 3-0 count. And the 3-0 pitch is on its way home, and that one's going to hit the outside corner, and it's called for a strike, and it's 3 balls and a strike. So still a good hitter's count for Nick Roberts. And Brooks delivers home the 3-1 pitch, and that one's fouled up over beyond us on the first base side, and the count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brooks set, ready to go. The 3-ball, 2-strike count coming to Nick Roberts is on its way home, and that one swung on and hit well out to right. Coming in is Mason Timothy. He's going to trail over towards the line and make the catch, and there's 1 out. So 1 out in the third, and they go back to the top of the Spanish Fork lineup, and Bennett Bradford. Bradford is 0 for 1 tonight as he flew out to right back in the first. Grounded out to third. Hayes Hall and Jake Brooks, both pretty quick workers. I don't even think Brooks even left the as Justin Adams will walk out and exchange the baseballs here with his pitcher, Jake Brooks. One ball and no strikes the count. Brooks looking over, making sure his infield's set and ready to go. They're all going to be at normal depth here. And a 1-0 count to Bennett Bradford. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on. That one's hit well out to right center field. Rainey and Timothy going back, and Rainey's going to run under it, make the catch. So a pretty good drive there by Bennett Bradford, just hung up a little too long, and out there Colin Rainey in center field, able to run it down for Box Elder. And there's 2 outs here in the third inning, and Hayes Hall will come to the plate. Hall is 0 for 1. He flew out to right back in the first. No balls, no strikes, and the delivery home from Brooks is on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike as Brooks delivers home the 0-1 pitch. That stays low and away and evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jake Brooks set, ready to go once again. Outfield playing straight away for Box Elder, and the pitch comes. That one right on the inside or the outside corner, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Great night for baseball. Not too warm, not too cold, and a slight breeze. So the 1-2 pitch on its way from Jake Brooks is swung on by Hall and fouled away, and we'll redo the 1-ball, 2-strike count here momentarily. The lights just beginning to come on as the view of the Wasatch Mountains sits off in our distance in left field. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Hall swings and misses. The ball gets away from Adams. His throw to first is in time, and a 1-2-3 inning. Down goes Spanish Fork in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third here at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Box Elder 2, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fort, or call 798-3500.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprintandcopy. Canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, the bottom of the third inning. Spanish Fork trailing this one 2-0 to Box Elder. What's at stake in this one tonight, though? The winner of this one will advance to play tomorrow afternoon at 1:30. They'll get the loser of the Mountain Crest Bountiful game. That game will be at 11 o'clock at Brent Brown Ballpark. The winner of this one gets a game at 1:30, and the pitch comes high and away to the leadoff man, Bryant Tingey. Tingey is 1 for 1 tonight. He singled and scored back in the first. The 1-0 pitch, that one comes low and inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Hayes Hall working quickly on the mound, gets the ball right back again. Will get the sign from his catcher and deliver the 2-1 pitch, and that's going to be just off the plate for a ball, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. So the 3-0 pitch on its way, and that one's going to stay, looks like just a little bit inside, and that's ball 4. And so Bryant Tingey on to start the third here for Box Elder.
The shortstop, number 7, Connor Udy.
So the second time tonight, the Bees have gotten the leadoff man on, and Connor Udy, the shortstop, comes to the plate. He had an RBI single back in the first in his only plate appearance of the night. Udy was the man on the mound for Box Elder in their win over Skyline, and the pitch is swung on line into right center field for a base hit. Tingey will take the turn at second. He's going to go to third. Bate with his throw is going to be off the line. It's going to roll away from the third baseman and hit off the backing of the dugout, the screen in front of it. And now Box Elder threatening again with runners on the corners and nobody away. So McKay Evans will come to the plate, the first baseman. Evans had an RBI single back in the first. And the first pitch to Evans is swung on and fouled away, and it's 0-1. The Spanish Fork infield, the corners are going to play in on the grass, probably try to cut the run down at home plate. The middle infield, Thorpe and Roberts. Now Thorpe is going to come up, and we're going to have a visit to the mound here. Spanish Fork will discuss here exactly what's going on. Spanish Fork in this tournament started off beating Bonneville 7-0. They beat Murray 10-8. That was in both those games were in the home site round. They lost on Tuesday afternoon to Mountain Crest 6-0 before defeating Salem Hills earlier today. And then they will looking here to advance to take on either the loser of Mountain Crest or Bonneville tomorrow. You have to think in a way they wouldn't mind a second shot at Mountain Crest after the game Tuesday. So our home plate umpire will head out to the mound and we'll break up the conversation going on, and we will see here exactly what Hayes Hall and the Dons will come up with here. It looks like they're going to bring the corners are in. Brock Nelson at first, playing about a step onto the infield grass at first. And McKay Evans will stand back in the box, down in the count, no balls and a strike. So the infield's going to play relatively in, and the pitch comes, and Evans grounds that one to third. Fielded by the third baseman Golish. His throw is high and pulls Nelson, and so now Box Elder with the bases full. So Golish fielded that one right on the third base bag. In fact, Tingy had to take a step back to tag for third base to be safe, and his throw just pulls Brock Nelson. And Box Elder with the bases full and nobody out, and the pitcher Jake Brooks standing up. Brooks from the right side, the first pitch comes, and Brooks swings and grounds that one back up the middle into center field. Tingy will score, Udy will hold a third as the throw comes back in on a hop, and Box Elder has taken a 3-0 lead here in the third. Just one of those singles, not really a ball that was hit terribly hard, but just one that found the middle, and Thorpe and Roberts just couldn't get there. And Cooper Christofferson, the third baseman, comes up, and we're going to have another visit to the mound here, and that see exactly who Spanish Fork was going to bring in here at Brent Brown Ballpark. And we're gonna take a break here at the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament. You're listening on Spanish 4 Channel 17.
Fresh cut lettuce, perfectly sized vegetables, all the things you need for a fine salad. Fresh baked breads and pastries, cinnamon rolls to drool for, home-styled sandwiches that will please any appetite. Is this some new gourmet restaurant in town? Nope, it's all right here at the Dugout. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Dugout hits a home run. The Dugout, located next to the ballpark and the fairgrounds in Spanish Fork.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, a pitching change for the Dons. A couple of other changes to note as well that we'll get to you kind of as we go. The pitcher, Hayes Hall, will remain in the game, but he's going to move now to shortstop. And the new pitcher is going to be number 24, Maverick Buffo, to take over on the mound, and he does not come in an easy situation. With the bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the third, Cooper Christofferson stands in, and the first pitch is taken high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Christofferson down on strikes back in the first. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery comes home, and Christofferson takes his swing and comes up empty. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield up the middle for Spanish Fork at double play depth. Buffo set, ready to go on the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, that one stays high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Tegan Hubbard in the on-deck circle for Box Elder. Set, ready to go. Buffo set again with the 2-1 pitch. That one comes, and Christofferson swings through it. There's a foul tip into the glove, and they can't. Second, Jake Brooks at first for Box Elder. And the 2-2 pitch is on its way. That's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And the first out of the inning is a strikeout by Maverick Buffo. And with 1 out, Tegan Hubbard will stand in. A great night for baseball. You can tell the sun still playing a good effect in the outfield. Most of the infield now covered in shade as we approach 20 minutes to 8. And Tegan Hubbard stands in. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout, and the pitch on its way. Circle. And the 1 ball, no strike count. Buffo delivers home, and that one swung on and fouled back to the screen. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners get their lead on the base paths. Buffo set the 1-1 pitch. That one's low and away for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and a strike, and Buffo set. That one swung on and missed, and Hubbard couldn't catch up. And the count's even at 2-2. So Maverick Buffo is coming out of the bullpen and showing a hard fastball. And now we'll see here what he can dial up with the 2 ball, 2 strike count to Tegan Hubbard. The 2-2 pitch on its way home, and that one swung on, popped up on the infield. Nelson going to give it a look over in foul territory. He's going to make the catch on the warning track, and there's 2 outs. A difficult play there, as Nelson had to worry about where exactly the wall was going to be, and he made the play, and there's 2 outs, and Jacoby Bryce will come to the plate. Bryce reached on an error in the second, and then got stranded on at second base, and Buffo's first pitch to him is going to be in there at the knees for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Buffo set, ready to go again, working from the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. So Buffo's come in and kept this Box Elder team at bay with the bases loaded, 1 strike away from getting out of the jam with only allowing 1. The 0-2 pitch on its way is going to be a called strike 3, and Maverick Buffo comes in to get 2 strikeouts, and the 3rd out of the inning is recorded at Brown Ballpark. It's Box Elder 3, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A Utah State High School Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
Congratulations, car guys!
Calvin Youd, Randy Brailsford, the car guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
Welcome to Confetti Antique. Like old LPs. Wait! The light! Somebody get the light! Really, we want to talk to you about the Lucy Light by Empowered. A solar-powered emergency light that everyone should have in their home. How often have you found that battery on your flashlight to be dead? With the Lucy Light, you get up to 12 hours on a single charge. Perfect for your long-term 72-hour kit.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, top of the 4th inning. Spanish Fork coming up with 3, 4, and 5. Brady Bate, Brock Nelson, and Trevor Perkins will come up. And they'll try to go up against Jake Brooks. Brooks on the night has gone 3 innings, only allowed 2 hits and no runs as he'll work from the stretch and deliver the first pitch home. And that's low for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Bate is 0 for 1 on the night as he flew out to center back in his first at-bat. The 1-0 pitch on its way. And that one's just going to be off the plate for a ball, and it's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes, and Brooks delivers home the 2-0, and that swung on and fly ball hit out to center. Colin Rainey going to run under it. He is there, and he makes the catch in center, battling the sun, and there's one away in the 4th. So we talked about how most of the outfield is still covered in sunlight. Colin Rainey there had to battle of the sun, as the sun is sitting right over above a home plate and right out towards center field. You could tell Rainey's having to battle it even now, putting his hands over the brim of his hat, and now his glove, in fact, right over it as well, trying to keep that sun from bothering him, as the first pitch bounces in just a couple of feet shy of home plate to Brock Nelson. It's 1 ball and no strikes. So Nelson is 0 for 1 tonight, grounded out to third baseman Cooper Christofferson back in the second. The 1-0 pitch on its way. That one swung on and fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Brooks working from the windup. Gets the sign from Justin Adams, delivers home the 1-1 pitch. And that one just off the plate and away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and 1 strike the count. Jake Brooks kicks and delivers home the 2-1. That one high for ball 3, and the count runs to 3 balls and a strike. So a good hitter's count for Brock Nelson. Has a good chance here. He'll get a fastball from Jake Brooks. On the mound and begins his motion home, the 3-1, a fastball. That's a called strike 2 on the outside corner. Brock Nelson thinking that was just off the plate, had already tossed the bat when the strike 2 call came, and now the count goes full. So Jake Brooks will get the 3-2 pitch to Brock Nelson. Nelson with a couple of practice cuts, and the 3-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. So it looked like a changeup that came from Jake Brooks, and it gets Nelson out in front of it, and there's 2 away in the top of the 4th, and Trevor Perkins will come to the plate. So Perkins on the night, singled back in the second. And now he'll stand in. He had the first Spanish Fork hit of the night, and the pitch, that one's going to hit the outside corner, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to the number 5 hitter for Spanish Fork. Brooks set with the 0-1 pitch, and that one swung on line deep out into the gap. It's going to be a long run for Rainey, but he's going to get there and make the catch. And a 3-up, 3 down to the 4th for Spanish Fork. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Box Elder 3, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
Lunchtime is coming soon, but you only have 30 minutes to get there, eat, and get back. You'd better head to the dugout, quick. This isn't just fast food, it's good fast food. Our fresh salad bar will please your appetite for a healthy and quick meal. Fresh fruit, fresh toppings, fresh hot pizza, or home-styled sandwiches. Take it back to work with you, or eat it right there. For lunch or dinner, the dugout hits a home run. The dugout, next to the ballpark in Spanish Fork.
What time is it?
Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time.
We move to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark, as Box Elder leading this one 3-0 in this elimination game from the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament. And right now, Spanish Fork hanging in there, but still do trail, as Jake Brooks for Box Elder tonight has been right on cue for the Bees. It will be 9-1-2. Mason Timothy, the right fielder, stand in and lead it off. Maverick Buffo set in the first pitch. That one's a fastball. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Buffo in relief tonight of Hayes Hall, who started the game. And the no balls and 1 strike count. Buffo will kick and deliver home, and that one's going to be right on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2. So Buffo's come in and shown Box Elder a little change of pace with the fastball, and has also been very good hitting that outside corner. And the 0-2 delivery on its way home is swung on and fouled away by Mason Timothy, and we'll redo the 0-2. The outfield for the Dons playing straight away. Infield at regular depth here with a no ball and 2-strike count on its way home. And that one's going to be just a little bit low and outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's the third game of the day here at Brent Brown Ballpark. The day started with Spanish Fork defeating defending state champion Salem Hills. So that one bounces to the backstop, and it will even the count at 2-2. And that was an elimination game for both of those teams. And then Box Elder defeating Skyline. The game to follow the Salem Hills Spanish Fork game. And then the final game of the night is this one, Spanish Fork Box Elder. We got underway just a couple of minutes before 7 o'clock. And 2 balls and 2 strikes to count as Maverick Buffo is set and ready to go. Gets the sign from Nielsen behind home plate and delivers home the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded to second. Fielded by Thorpe. His throw to first in time, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So a routine ground ball that kind of took a bad hop at the last second there on Cooper Thorpe, but he made a great adjustment and a great throw. And with 1 out, the top of the Box Elder lineup, and Justin Adams will come to the plate. Adams is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to center, walked, and scored back in the first. And the first pitch on the outside for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Adams will stand in with a pretty even stance in the batter's box. And the 0-1 pitch, again, paints the outside corner, and it's 0-2. So Maverick Buffo has hit that outside corner extremely well tonight. Has Adams down in the count 0-2, and the delivery home is just high above the belt, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Buffo kicks, it delivers home. Adams swings and lines that one to right. It's going to bounce in for a base hit. So 1 out single for Justin Adams. Then Box Elder will send Brian Tingy to the plate. So Tingy will come to the plate. He walked and scored in the third and had a single back in the first as just a hard hit ball by Justin Adams there. Then good base hit. So the Spanish Fork infield will go back into double play depth up the middle. And Buffo is set ready to go with the first pitch to Tingy, who bunts. Lays it down, fielded by the pitcher Buffo. His throw to first in time, and that will advance the runner. So a sacrifice bunt laid down by Tingy. There's going to be 2 outs in the inning for Connor Udy. As that's just routine baseball there, moving that runner 90 feet. Now you put him in scoring position with 2 away. So Udy will stand in from the right side. He has singled twice tonight, including 1 for an RBI in the first. Buffo is set and delivers home, and way out in front as Udy, and it's 0-1. You could tell Udy was expecting the fastball. Buffo just took something off that one and got him way out in front. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. And the 0-1 delivery is going to be on its way as Buffo delivers. That one swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. He came up empty, and I think that went off Jade Nielsen behind home plate, hit off his helmet. And it's no balls and 2 strikes as he'll go out and hand the baseball back to Maverick Buffo, and they'll come get ready to go for a no ball, 2 strike count. And Buffo, once again, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning with no damage done and getting his Dons back up in the 5th. As it looks like something came into center field. And Bradford ran out there to throw it over above the wall. We can now be set ready to play baseball again. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Maverick Buffo sets, checks Adams at second. And delivers home the 0-2. A breaking ball. Udy swings and hits that one to center. It's going to fall. And coming up on it is Bradford. Adams is going to score, and he misplayed it in center. So moving up to second will be Connor Udy on the RBI single. And Box Elder has now taken a 4-0 lead here in the fourth inning. The second time Adams has scored tonight, as it was, I believe, Bennett Bradford in center field just overran that one, started to get into his throwing motion and just didn't field it cleanly. So UD is able to advance there on an E8 to second base. And the first pitch is a ball to McKay Evans. So credit UD there with a single. He advanced to second on the error on the misplay by Bradford, and a 1-ball, no strike count here to McKay Evans. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery comes, and that sits right on the outside corner. And the count's even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Buffo set, working from the stretch. Checks UD out at second base and delivers home the 1-1 pitch. And that's just off the plate for a ball, and it makes the count 2 balls and a strike to McKay Evans. Evans had an RBI single in the first and then reached on an error back in the third. 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 pitch swung on. That one's line foul. That one hit about 10 feet from where I'm sitting here, just above the first baseline. Here at Brent Brown Ballpark, typically you're back behind the netting, and I'm sitting probably about 3 feet to the right of the netting. Now that one hit off the netting and hit just a couple of seats next to over here next to me up here on the concourse. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And Buffo kicks and delivers home, and that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Buffo gets the strikeout to end the bottom of the fourth inning, and we've played 4. Box Elder adds 1 in the fourth. At the end of 4 complete, it's Box. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798-3500.
At Jmart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprintandcopy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to Jmart and leave a lasting legacy.
Top half of inning number 5 here at Brent Brown Ballpark. The Dons coming up, trailing this one 4-0 as we move into the later innings of this high school baseball state tournament game. This is an elimination game. The loser of this one, their season will come to an end in Spanish Fork with some work to do, as Jade Nielsen, the catcher, will stand in here against Jake Brooks. And the first pitch to Brooks is going to be low and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. It will be Jade Nielsen, Ryan Golish, and Cooper Thorpe due up. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be on the inside corner, and the count is even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Nielsen is 0 for 1 tonight, had a pop up to the catcher back in the second. The 1-1 pitch on its way home, swung on and popped high up again. This time it's Jake Brooks, the pitcher. He's going to call everyone off and make the catch, and there's 1 out in the 5th. So just a straight pop-up here that Nielsen just gets under, and foul just popped right up in front of the home plate area. So with 1 away, Ryan Golish comes to the plate. Golish is 1 for 1 with a single back in the second. He got stranded on at first base when the Dons had both of their hits in the second inning off Jake Brooks. And Brooks delivers the first pitch, and that one will bounce right in front of home plate and roll the outfield playing straight away here. And the 1-0 pitch is on its way, popped high up. Down the first baseline, it's going to be Evans giving it a look. And that one's going to go foul and will just be a strike here against Ryan Golish. Spanish Fork hasn't been able to get much started tonight. They did get the 2 base runners on in the second inning, but that was they had a 1-out single and then the Jade Nielsen pop-up, which made out number 2 of the inning. Golish singled, and then Cooper Thorpe struck out. And the 1-1 pitch on its way, and Brooks delivers that one high for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. A 7-inning game here in high school baseball. And Brooks is set on the mound, 2 balls and a strike. And he will kick and deliver home to Gulish, who swings and grounds that one to short. Fielded by Udy as throw in time. There's 2 outs. So Golish grounds out, and Cooper Thorpe, the second baseman, coming up. So Thorpe is 0 for 1. He went down swinging back in the second. As Golish just hit a ball hard, but just hit it right at somebody, and Connor Udy was there to make the play. So 2 outs, and Thorpe comes up. Thorpe 0 for 1, went down on strikes, and Brooks delivers the pitch home, and that one's going to be right on the outside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Spanish Fork over in the third base dugout. A bad hop there, and that's going to be, we'll wait to see if they're going to give him a base hit or an error. And they're going to charge Connor Udy there with an error. So Thorpe with 2 outs reaches on the air, and that's going to bring up shortstop Nick Roberts. And now that's actually going to bring up the pitcher, Maverick Buffo. So Buffo now hitting in Nick Roberts' spot. And that would make sense since Hayes Hall stayed in the game to play at short. Buffo will come in now to hit in Roberts' spot. So Maverick Buffo stands in from the right side, his first plate appearance of the night, and he swings at the first pitch and pops it up foul, and that's going to hit off behind us and go foul. So no balls and 1 strike. Cooper Thorpe running on at first base for Spanish Fork. Maverick Buffo's come in to pitch well these last couple of innings. And the pickoff move, diving back safely, is going to be Cooper Thorpe. So no balls and a strike. Jake Brooks working on the mound. Working from the stretch, will deliver home the 0-1 pitch, and that sits right on the outside corner, and the count goes to 0-2. So it's a no ball, 2 strike count to Maverick Buffo. Infield playing straight away for Box Elder. And the 0-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Jake Brooks gets the strikeout, and that will end the threat for the Dons in the top half of the 5th. And we move to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Box Elder 4, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork.
Fresh cut lettuce, perfectly sized vegetables, all the things you need for a fine salad. Fresh baked breads and pastries, cinnamon rolls to drool for, home-styled sandwiches that will please any appetite. Is this some new gourmet restaurant in town? Nope, it's all right here at the Dugout. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Dugout hits a home run. The Dugout, located next to the ballpark and the fairgrounds in Spanish Fork.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. Be pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Bottom half of the 5th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark as Box Elder leading this one 4-0 as we're getting ready to head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The lights beginning to take more effect here in this one as the spot in tomorrow's final elimination game before the state championship on the line, where the winner of this one will get the loser of Mountain Crest and Bountiful. That game going to start at 11, the Mountain Crest Bountiful game. And then right now, if Spanish Fork can find a way to rally in this one, they'll play at 1:30 tomorrow. And we'll see what Box Elder will do here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jake Brooks, the pitcher, to lead it off. Brooks is 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI single coming in the 3rd. And Buffalo's first pitch is just off the plate for a ball. Here in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch is on its way, and Brooks swings and fouls that one straight back, and it's 1-1. Brooks has done a great job on the mound, only surrendering 2 hits to Spanish Fork tonight. Both of those coming back were singles coming back in the 2nd inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. The delivery comes, and that one's off the plate for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike. I flipped the count there. Jake Brooks stands in, puts that right foot back deep in the batter's box, and the 2-1 pitch comes low and away for a ball. Now the count runs 3 balls and a strike to Brooks. 3 balls and 1 strike the count. Buffo sets, working from the windup, and delivers home. The 3-1 pitch is just off the outside corner for a called strike, and the count goes full to Jake Brooks. So Brooks stands in. The 3-2 pitch on its way from Buffo. And towards first. It's going to be fielded by Nelson, who taps first, but the ball went foul, says our first base umpire tonight. Nelson just didn't quite catch that in time, and we'll have to redo the 3-2 as Brooks will head back into the box, and that one almost, and it did bounce foul right before Brock Nelson was able to get his glove on it. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Brooks stands in. And the pitch on its way. Swung on and grabbed line drive right to Brock Nelson, who nabs it out of the air, and there's 1 out. Brock Nelson positioned perfectly on that one, as that was a line shot, and Brock Nelson just right there. A great play, and there's 1 out. And Cooper Christofferson will stand in. Christofferson is 0 for 2 tonight. Went down on strikes in both at bats, and he swings and fouls the first one away, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count to the Box Elder third baseman. The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball that just missed off the plate, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Beginning to cool off quite nicely here at the ballpark tonight. The 1-1 pitch on its way, and that one swung on and fouled back and up over the roof, and the count will go 1 ball and 2 strikes to Christofferson. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count, and Buffalo delivers home. Christofferson swings and comes up empty, and he's down for the 3rd time tonight on strikes. This is the first time strikeouts so far. And this is coming into his 3rd inning of work as Tegan Hubbard will stand in. Hubbard down on strikes and flew out tonight. Swings and fouls the first pitch back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Hubbard DHing tonight for the Bees of Box Elder. No balls and a strike. And the 0-1 pitch from Buffo comes home, and that one sits just off the plate for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one was pretty close to being the outside corner. And the 1-1 pitch, Buffo kicks and delivers home. Breaking ball, and that one ends up back on the inside corner. It's 1-2. So Buffo has showed good command of not just the fastball, but also has been able to mix that curveball and that breaking pitch in. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the delivery on its way. Swung on and missed. It's going to be dropped by Nielsen. He'll throw down to first in time. for the out. And so a 1-2-3 fifth inning for Box Elder. We've played 5 complete from Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Box Elder 4, Spanish Fork 0. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork Channel 17.
Congratulations, car guys!
Company out Randy Brailsford, the car guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
Welcome to Confetti Antiques and Books. Today we want to talk about our basement sale and some of the fun things we have going on down here. Like old LPs. Wait! The light! Somebody get the light! Really, we want to talk to you about the Lucy Light by Empowered. A solar-powered emergency light that everyone should have in their home. How often have you found that battery on your flashlight to be dead? With the Lucy Light, you get up to 12 hours on a single charge. Perfect for your long-term 72-hour kit.
Here at Brent Brown Ballpark, the Spanish Fork Dons and the Box Elder Bees in this elimination game from the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament. And right now, Spanish Fork trailing this one 4-0 as we head to the top of the 6th. A 7-inning game scheduled to be played, and center fielder Bennett Bradford will step in. Bradford is 0 for 2 tonight, grounded to third and flew out to center, and he'll come up here against Jake Brooks. Brooks is set and delivers home, and the pitch is low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. It will be Bennett Bradford, Hayes Hall, and Brady Bate coming up for Spanish Fork. The 1-0 delivery on its way. Swung on, and that one's hit out to left field by Bradford. It's going to be Colin Rainey coming over and making the catch, and there's one out here in the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Hayes Hall. Started the game on the mound, pitched into the 3rd inning before being relieved by Maverick Buffo. Now that's going to bring up an 0 for 2 Hayes Hall. Hayes has flown out to right tonight and struck out back in the 3rd inning. He'll stand in from the right side. And the pitch stays high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Brady Bate in the on-deck circle for Spanish Fork. 1 ball and no strikes. Brooks kicks and delivers home, and that pitch just stays off the plate. It's 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes the count, and Brooks is set, ready to go. The 2-0 pitch on its way, and that one low and away for a ball, and it goes to 3-0. So Hayes Hall in a good situation here. We'll see if he has the green light to swing or if he'll be taking all the way. And Jake Brooks is set and delivers home the 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way. It's a called strike on the outside corner. It's 3 balls and a strike. So now a very good hitter's count here. Good chance he'll see a fastball, as Brooks will step off the mound, I think, for the first time tonight in between pitches. He's been pretty much get the ball back from Justin Adams and throw it. The 3-1 pitch. That one bounces in, low, ball 4. So Hayes Hall is on here in the 6th inning, and Brady Bate, the right fielder, will come to the plate. So Bate, the right fielder, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Runner gets his lead over at first is Hayes Hall, and Brooks set, ready to go. Working from the stretch, delivers, and Bate swings and pops it up. Giving a look is Evans. It's going to be Bryce and also Timothy, but it's going to go foul, and it'll be no balls and a strike. So a long run there for Timothy and Wright, and even for Evans and Bryce, but the ball goes foul, and it's 0-1. Bates flown out to center in both his at-bats tonight. And the 0-1 pitch is on its way, and the delivery comes, and that one sits on the outside corner, called strike, and it's 0-2. So Brady Bate down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Hayes Hall, the runner at first, will get his lead. Brooks has only thrown over once tonight. And he delivers home the 0-2 pitch, and that one's off the plate for a ball, and it's 1-2. That one came outside the batter's box, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Adams behind home plate gives the sign. And the delivery is swung on, and that one's going to be fouled away. We'll redo the 1-2. Jake Brooks so far through 5 1/3 innings, no runs on 2 hits given up tonight. Only allowed the one walk to Hayes Hall. 1-2 pitch coming home, and the delivery comes. That's going to be outside for a ball, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count on Brady Bate. Hall gets his lead at first. Jake Brooks is set on the mound, ready to go. The 2-2 pitch comes, and that one's away, ball 3, and now the count goes full. So you have to kind of wonder here if Hayes Hall might be running on the 3-2 count. It'd be a little more risky to do that with 1 out. It's typically something you see more with 2 away in the inning. The runner will go from first. Hall gets a pretty nice lead, and the 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. And Jake Brooks has surrendered back-to-back walks here in the 6th inning. And first baseman Brock Nelson will come to the plate. And we're going to have a visit here to the mound coming from the head coach for Box Elder. Will come out and have a quick visit on the mound. Doesn't necessarily mean a pitching change, just the first visit. And right now, with the way Jake Brooks has been pitching, he's been around the plate most of the night and has really kept his team in this one with not allowing Spanish Fork very many base runners tonight. Brock Nelson will have a conversation with his coaching staff over in the third base coaching box. That breaks up pretty quickly, and he'll head back towards home plate as our home plate umpire will head out to break up the conversation on the mound. As with 1 out here in the top of the 6th, Spanish Fork threatening for the second time really tonight with runners on base. They had runners on first and second back in the 2nd inning on a Trevor Perkins single and a Ryan Golish single. But then that quickly ended with a couple of outs. And so now Brock Nelson will step in. Nelson's grounded to third and struck out swinging in the 4th. The runners will get their lead on the base paths as Box Elder playing a double play depth. And Brooks delivers home, and that one's high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Hayes Hall gets his lead at second. Brady Bate gets his lead at first. 1 ball and no strikes to the count. And the 1-0 pitch on its way. That one's high for ball 2, 2-0. So Jake Brooks has been around the plate most of the night. It's just been here in the 6th inning where don't know if his arm is starting to get tired or what is going on, but that he's had a hard time finding the strike zone. A balk call against Jake Brooks, and so runners are going to move up to second and third, and now a conversation between the home plate and the base umpire. Tonight we're only using the home plate umpire and 1 on the base paths, as is typical in high school baseball. Later on, when we get closer to the state championship game, we'll see the home plate umpire and then runners on, or 2 umpires on the base path. For the first time tonight, if this does stand, and it looks like now they're going to send the base runners back. So Hayes Hall moved down to third and now has been told to actually head back to second base, and the runners will retreat here for Spanish Fork. And with 1 away, Brock Nelson will have a 2 ball, no strike count. They are going to quickly tell Jake Brooks a quick explanation as to what happened, and now they'll explain everything over to Spanish Fork. As you can tell, everyone, I think, a little bit of a confusion there as to what the balk call was for. Typically, you see the balk when the pitcher comes set, begins his delivery to home, and then for some reason then throws over to a base path, or he stops his delivery. I didn't see Brooks do either one, but something with his movement on the pitcher's mound. Now they'll have a conversation with head coach for Box Elder, explain everything that's going on. And they're going to say 2 balls and no strikes the count to Brock Nelson. So Nelson will stand in with runners back on first and second, 1 away. Hitting from the right side. Grounded out to third and struck out on the night. And Jake Brooks is set, ready to go. And the 3-0 pitch, high ball 4. So they award him a ball, and the third straight walk by Jake Brooks here in the 6th loads the bases with 1 out for Spanish Fork. And now Box Elder will indeed make a pitching change here, as their head coach will come out for the second time in the inning. And Jake Brooks tonight should be coming to an end. Spanish Fork will run over at first base. We'll let you know about the pitching change and the runner at first after the break. And the top of the 6th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark, Spanish Fork is threatening with the bases loaded. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork Channel 17.
Lunchtime is coming soon, but you only have 30 minutes to get there, eat, and get back. You'd better head to the dugout, quick. This isn't just fast food, it's good fast food. Our fresh salad bar will please your appetite for a healthy and quick meal. Fresh fruit, fresh toppings, fresh hot pizza, or home-styled sandwiches. Take it back to work with you, or eat it right there. For lunch or dinner, the dugout, it's a home run. The dugout, next to the ballpark in Spanish Fork.
What time is it?
Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798-3500.
Top half of the 6th inning, new pitcher on the mound for Box Elder. It's going to be number 7, Connor Udy, to come in the game. And right now, Udy will come in with 1 out and the base is full. And it's going to be Trevor Perkins coming to the plate. And the first pitch is swung on line to center field for a base hit. Coming around third and scoring will be Hall. Bait right behind him. Over to third. And will stay there will be Brock Nelson. Or the runner for Brock Nelson, which was Taylor Harrison, number 6. And Spanish Fork has cut into this lead here. And has made it 4-2 in the top of the 6th inning. So the first pitch delivered by Connor Udy goes for 2 runs as Hall and Bates score.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Jade Nilsson.
And a 2-run single now brings Jade Nilsson to the plate. Nilsson is 0 for 2. He's popped up to the catcher and popped out to the pitcher tonight. Connor Udy set from the stretch, delivers home, and that's a pitch right on the outside corner. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike the count. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Infield up the middle, a double play depth for Box Elder. Connor Udy has already pitched tonight. He pitched in their win over Skyline earlier in the day, and now back in for his second appearance of the day. Runners get their lead, 4-2 lead for Box Elder over Spanish Fork. The delivery comes, that's high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. As some life now comes from the third base side of the stadium here, where a lot of the Spanish Fork fans are sitting, and the Spanish Fork dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. UD delivers home, and that's going to be just off the plate for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, as that one looked very, very close there. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harrison gets his lead at first. Perkins with his lead over at first. And the pitch, high, ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's Harrison running at third. And a 3-2 count coming here to Jade Nielsen in the top of the 6th inning. Connor Udy from the stretch. Checks the runners. Delivers the 3-2 pitch low and away, ball 4. And so Perkins will move to second. Jade Nielsen walks, and Spanish Fork again with the bases full and 1 away. And that's going to bring up Ryan Golish to the plate, and we're going to get another runner coming in here for the Dons. Jason Money, number 15, in to run. So now Taylor Harrison running over at third. And now Ryan Golish coming to the plate here with the tying run, sitting on at second base in the catch in Trevor Perkins. Udy back working from the windup, delivers home, and that's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Taylor Harrison running at third, and the pitch comes. That's high. 1 strike. Outfield playing pretty straight away. Jake Brooks, it looks like, has stayed in the game in center. And that one's low again, inside low for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So a big at bat here for Ryan Golish. 2 balls and a strike. Bases full for Spanish Fork. And the 2-1 pitch on its way, and that one just sits on the outside corner for a strike. And it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners get their lead, and the delivery on its way. Swung on, hit right past Cooper Christopherson and into left field. Scoring on the play will be Harrison. Perkins right behind him, sliding into third safely is the runner for Nielsen over at first, Money. So now Spanish Fork puts the leading run 90 feet away with 1 out, and Cooper Thorpe coming up the second baseman. Thorpe on the night has struck out and reached on an error. Udy kicks and delivers home, and that one swung on, grounded to short, fielded, the throw home. They're going to cut down the runner. The tag came right above his chest, and Money is cut down at the plate 6-3. So Thorpe reaches on the fielder's choice.
The pitcher, number 24, Maverick Buffo.
Everybody else moves up, as now there will be runners on the corners with 2 outs, and the pitcher, Maverick Buffo, coming up. We're tied at 4 on the top of the 6th. Spanish Fork breaking through with 4 runs here in the 6th. No. Buffo 0 for 1, went down on strikes to end the 5th inning. Ryan Golish running at third. Cooper Thorpe running at first for the Dons. 1-0 pitch for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls and no strikes the count on Maverick Buffo as he hits from the right side. Does not have a big distance between his feet in the box, and that one's taken low, ball 3, and it's 3-0. Bennett Bradford, the leadoff man of this inning, awaits on deck. 3 balls and no strikes the count. Udy sets, working from the stretch, and delivers home. The 3-0 pitch is low and on the corner for a called strike. It's 3 balls and a strike. Thorpe over at first got a little bit too far. I think he thought it was ball 4. He had to dive back as Justin Adams fired down to McKay Evans. So 3 balls and 1 strike the count on Cooper Thorpe, or on Maverick Buffo. Thorpe gets his lead at first, a 3-1 pitch. That one low and outside. And bases are loaded again here for Spanish Fork. Nobody out. We go back to the top of the Dons lineup and Bennett Bradford. And we're going to have a visit to the mound here by the head coach for Box Elder. So Buffo will be pulled at this point for another courtesy runner for Spanish Fork running over at first base. We're going to try to get a number on who that is over at first base. It's going to be number 14. Devin Argyle will run over at first base here. So Spanish Fork has been patient in the inning. They walked the bases loaded. Hayes Hall, Brady Bate, and Brock Nelson all in the inning walking, and then Trevor Perkins delivering the 2-run RBI single to cut the lead to 4-2. Jade Nielsen then walked, and the bases were once again loaded. And then Ryan Golish doubled down the left field line to tie the game at 4. And the bases are still loaded here with 2 outs as the conference on the mound comes to an end. The box here for Spanish Fork. Bradford on the night is 0 for 3. He's grounded to third and flown out to center twice. Some energy in the ballpark comes to this big at-bat with Spanish Fork having the leading run 90 feet away. And UD delivers the first pitch. Bradford fouls it back to the screen. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to count on Bennett Bradford, hitting from the right side of the plate. Where is number 23 and the 0-1 pitch? That one high and tight for a ball, and it evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Infield for Box Elder back in normal depth. The 1-1 pitch. A breaking ball that gets in there. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So now Connor Udy 1 strike away from getting out of this, and the game will still be tied heading to the bottom of the 6th. The 1 ball, 2 strike count. Udy delivers home, and the pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Bennett Bradford goes down with the bases loaded. Spanish Fork, though, does the damage. They tie it. We're Brown Ballpark. It's Spanish Fork 4, Box Elder 4. We have a good one here to finish at the baseball tournament on Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprintandcopy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Fresh cut lettuce, perfectly sized vegetables, all the things you need for a fine salad. Fresh baked breads and pastries, cinnamon rolls to drool for, home-styled sandwiches that will please any appetite. Is this some new gourmet restaurant in town? Nope, it's all right here at the Dugout. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Dugout hits a home run. The Dugout, located next to the ballpark and the fairgrounds in Spanish Fork.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark on the campus of Utah Valley University for the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament. Spanish Fork ties it with 4 in the top of the 6th. Box Elder comes up in the bottom half. They'll send 8-9-1 up against Maverick Buffo. And the first pitch, a called strike to Jacoby Bryce. Bryce has reached on an error and struck out back in the 3rd. And the 0-1 pitch on its way, swung on and fouled straight back to the backstop. And it's quickly 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to the count. Buffo set on the mound. And will kick and deliver home the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. So Jacoby Bryce down on strikes with one away here in the 8th, and that's going to bring up Mason Timothy, the right fielder. Timothy 0 for 2 tonight, went down on strikes and grounded out to second, as Maverick Buffos really come in and kept Box Elder off balance at the plate. And the first pitch home to Timothy is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The other thing that Buffo has done since coming in, he's pounded the strike zone, and he's gotten ahead of hitters. And those two things are going to be very successful for a pitcher. The 0-1 pitch on its way, and that one just off the plate for a ball, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to count. Buffo set working from the windup, and he'll kick and deliver home the 1-0 pitch. Swung on by Timothy, lined it to right center field for a base hit. Over to get it is Bennett Bradford, who bobbles it. He'll make the throw in. A Box Elder with 1 away has the leading run sitting on at first base. And now back to the top of the Bees lineup, and Justin Adams will come to the plate. Adams walked and scored in the first, flew out to left in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. Getting his lead is Timothy over at first, and time will be called as Adams will step out of the box. Adams, the catcher, wearing number 5. And the first pitch on its way as Maverick Buffo delivers a breaking ball. Adams tried to bunt, snap throw, and Timothy dives back safely. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count on Justin Adams. Bryant Tingey, the designated hitter, appears to be in the on-deck circle. 1 ball and no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch. Adams squares around a bunt. This time takes a fastball over the middle of the plate. And we're even at 1 ball and 1 strike. That, in fact, is not Bryant Tingey, the DH. That is another player for Box Elder getting loose in the on-deck circle. 1 ball and 1 strike. Buffo set from the stretch and delivers home the 1-1. Adams pops the bunt up, and it's going to roll foul. And we'll get set with the 1 ball, 2 strike count here to the right-handed hitting Justin Adams. Typically, you don't see the bunt with 2 strikes, as if the bunt is fouled away, it's the equivalent of strike 3. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as Buffo takes a look in to Nielsen behind the plate. Timothy gets his lead at first. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch on its way, and that's just off the plate for a ball, and the count goes even at 2-2. A close pitch there, a tough pitch probably for Adams to lay off, but it was indeed off the plate, and it's even at 2-2. Buffo sets and delivers home the 2-2 pitch. Out swung on and fouled back, and we'll redo the 2-2. Outfield playing pretty straight away for Spanish Fork. Infield up the middle, Thorpe and Thorpe and Hayes at double play depth. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch comes, swung on and missed, and down on strikes is Justin Adams, and there's 2 away. In fact, I'll correct myself again. That's Hayes Hall out at shortstop. And so with 2 away, that's going to bring up, and Tingey will now make his way into the box. It was another player for Box Elder. It was number 9. That is Peyton Burt that was in the on-deck circle. Tingey, though, with 2 outs, will come to the plate. So Tingey, who is the starter tonight, singled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the third, and then had the sacrifice bunt in the fourth. And now we'll see here with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th how Maverick Buffo will treat this one. Buffo from the stretch, and the first pitch to Tingey on its way, and that's low and inside for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Connor Udy on deck for the Bees. Getting his lead at first is Mason Timothy. 1 ball and no strikes. Buffo sets, delivers home, and that pitch is low for a ball, and it's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Bryant Tingy. Buffo sets from the stretch again and delivers home the 2-0 pitch. And that's a fastball. It's on the inside corner for a called strike, and it's 2-1. Two balls and one strike. And Buffo set with the 2-1 pitch. Timothy gets his lead, swung on, grounded to third. It's fielded by Golish. His third across the diamond is picked out of the dirt by Nelson, and that will end the 6th inning. We have played 6 complete here from Brent Brown Ballpark, and our score, Spanish Fork 4, Box Elder 4. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork Channel 17.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Congratulations, car guys!
Calvin out, Randy Brailsford, the car guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's clean, that you'll feel proud of at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, we start the top of the 7th inning in a 4-4 game between Spanish Fork and Box Elder. One of these two teams' seasons will be coming to an end here at the end of the inning. And at this point, with the game tied, who knows? We might have an inning or two of extra baseball tonight. Spanish Fork will come up. They will send up Hayes Hall, Brady Bate, and Brock Nelson. They will face a new pitcher. And it's going to be number 3 coming into pitch here for Box Elder. And that is going to be Brandon DeJarnot, who's pitched in Box Elder's game call. It's 1 ball and no strikes here in the top of the 7th inning. And a 4-4 tie. Hayes Hall, Brandon Bate, Brock Nelson coming up for the Dons. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be in there on the inside corner, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The winner of this one moves on to play tomorrow at 1:30 against the loser of Bountiful Mountain Crest. And that 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike, and it's 1. So DeJarnett set and ready to work, and the 1-2 pitch on its way is swung on and popped up over towards second. Jacoby Bryce is there, and he makes the catch, and there's 1 away in the 7th. So 1 out in the top of the 7th inning, and Brandon Bate will come to the plate. Bate on the night has flown out to center twice tonight, and he has also walked as Brady Bate will stand in number 10. DeJarnett set on the mound and delivers, and that first pitch is swung on, line to the left field. That's going to roll to the wall. Taking the turn around first is Bate. He's going to go into second with a 1-out stand-up double, and Spanish Fork has the leading run in scoring position to start the 7th inning. And a ball that was hit well off the bat there of Brady Bate, and just ones that splits the outfielders. And a long run there for Colin Rainey in left field. He had to run all the way to the wall. And with 1 away, Brock Nelson comes to the plate. So Nelson is grounded to third, struck out, and then he walked and came around to score in the top of the 6th inning. hitting from the right side, and the delivery comes home, and that's going to be a fastball out in the outside corner for a strike from DeJarnett, and it's 0-1. DeJarnett will work here from the stretch. The runner gets his lead at second. The delivery swung on and missed, and it's 0-2 to Brock Nelson. Trevor Perkins in the on-deck circle has been clutch for Spanish Fork tonight. He would be scheduled to hit here in this inning. He is far out of the batter circle. He's almost on the grass there as Nelson swings and fouls that one away. And that one, I think, came right and hit off right above us here as I quickly ducked. My baseball mitts is at my parents' house in Oregon, so I didn't think to bring it to the ballpark with me tonight. Maybe I need to bring a hat or something tomorrow night to catch the foul ball with. So no balls and 2 strikes to the count as Brock Nelson stands in. DeJarnett will step off the mound here as the 0-2 pitch will wait here another couple of seconds. Getting his lead at second base is Brady Bate. Nelson stands in. DeJarnett is set and delivers, and that pitch is swung on, hit to short. It's fielded. They're going to go to third, and they're going to get Brady Bate. A great play by Udy at short. He quickly made the play and threw it over to Cooper Christofferson covering third. And with 2 outs now, the leading run sits at first base for Spanish Fork, and Trevor Perkins will come to the plate. So a big play there by Connor Udy to go from short over to third to Cooper Christofferson. And Trevor Perkins steps in, who's 2 for 3 on the night with a couple of singles. And the pitch, that one in the dirt for a ball, and as it kind of rolls away from Justin Adams a little bit behind home plate, it's 1 ball and no strikes. Perkins singled in the second, flew out to center, and had a 2 RBI double that went, or 2-run single in the 5th. And the pitch, that one breaks away for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And Justin Adams will go out and have a conversation here with DeJarnett on the mound for Box Elder. And this 4-4 tie in the top of the 7th inning. This is an elimination game at the state tournament. 2 balls and no strikes to count on Perkins. Set and delivers home the 2-0 pitch. Grounded to third, short. Udy up with it. He's going to have to make the throw across the diamond. And he does. And he got him at first base. And Box Elder will retire the Dons in the top of the 7th inning. Box Elder being the home team just needs 1 to score. If they score in the bottom of the 7th, they will win and move on to the next round of the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament. You're watching and listening on Spanish Fork Channel 17. It's the Dons 4, the Box Elder Bees 4.
Welcome to Confetti Antiques and Books. Today we want to talk about our basement sale and some of the fun things we have going on down here, like old LPs. Wait! The light! Somebody get the light! Really, we want to talk to you about the Lucy Light by Empowered, a solar-powered emergency light that everyone should have in their home. How often have you found that battery on your flashlight to be dead? With the Lucy Light, you get up to 12 hours on a single charge. Perfect for your long-term 72-hour kit.
Lunchtime is coming soon, but you only have 30 minutes to get there, eat, and get back. You'd better head to the dugout, quick. This isn't just fast food, it's good fast food. Our fresh salad bar will please your appetite for a healthy and quick meal. Fresh fruit, fresh toppings, fresh hot pizza, or home-styled sandwiches. Take it back to work with you, or eat it right there. For lunch or dinner, the dugout, it's a home run. The dugout, next to the ballpark in Spanish Fork.
Welcome back to Brent Brown Ballpark, the bottom of the 7th inning. I confirmed in between the innings that the ball that came up towards us here on the first base concourse hit about 10 feet above where I am sitting here on the first base concourse. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, Box Elder needs 1 to advance. It's going to be Connor Udy, McKay Evans, and Jake Brooks, 3, 4, and 5 due up here against Maverick Buffo in this one. Udy on the night is 3 for 3 in the first pitch. He's going to take just off the plate for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Udy has played shortstop, fielded a ball cleanly in the top half of the 7th to cut the run down at third, and the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Maverick Buffo on the mound working here from the windup. And he gets set, the 2-0 pitch on its way to Connor Udy. Swung on, line to right field, coming on and making the sliding catch. He dropped it in right field, was Bate. Brady Bate made a great sliding attempt. It just came out of his glove. And Box Elder puts the leading run on at first base with nobody out. And McKay Evans will stand in. Connor Udy, the winning run, sitting at first. Buffo is set. Evans set in the batter's box, shows the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Evans has an RBI single in the first. He reached on an error in the third, and then he struck out in the fourth. Buffo will step off the mound here. One ball and no strikes. Buffo set, working from the stretch. Golish at third, playing in on the grass. The bunt laid down right back to the pitcher. Buffo goes to second for 1. Down to first in time. They got the double play. A 1-6-3 double play. A bunt that just went very quickly back to the pitcher. Was fielded cleanly in Spanish Fork. In the 7th inning, and the pitcher Jake Brooks coming up. I don't think you could have asked for a more perfect bunt there if you're Spanish Fork. It was hit, just bunted hard right back to the pitcher, who made a great play. And with 2 outs, Jake Brooks stands in, and Brooks swings and grounds it to Nelson, who will take it to first base, and the 7th inning is over. We're heading to extra innings here at Brent Brown Ballpark to decide who will move on at the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament. It's Spanish Fork and Box Elder. We're tied at 4. You're listening on Spanish Fork, Channel 17, to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament.
What time is it?
Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fork, or call 798-3500.
Top half of the 8th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark as Spanish Fork, scoring 4 on the top of the 6th, became a pivotal moment of this one as Connor Udy will walk off the field here. Looks like he's battling some blood or a pinched finger or something as he comes off the field. We're in the top of the 8th inning here. Spanish Fork and Box Elder right now playing for the right to play tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. to meet the loser of the Mountain Crest Bountiful game in the 4A tournament. And now we're about set, ready to go here to start the 8th inning. It's going to be Jade Nielsen, Ryan Golish, and Cooper Thorpe due up here for Spanish Fork. DeJarnett still on the mound for Box Elder. Gets ready to deliver the first pitch home. And Nielsen will swing and hit that one to left. It's going to go hook foul. It didn't go foul by much, but just enough down the left field line. It's no balls and a strike to Jade Nielsen. Nielsen has popped out to the catcher, popped out to the pitcher, and then he walked back in the 6th inning. Colin Rainey out in left field playing over further towards the line here with nobody out in the 8th inning. No balls and a strike. Jade Nielsen set, and the 0-1 pitch coming home. Swung out, popped up, and that one goes foul up over us on the first base concourse, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to the count. Jade Nielsen hitting from the right side. DeJarnett set, and the 0-2 pitch on its way. High for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes. DeJarnett delivers home, and that's going to be just inside, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Jade Nielsen in there battling, fighting back from being down 0-2. And DeJarnett set with the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted into shallow center field. That's going to fall in front of Brooks. And Nielsen's on to start the 8th inning for Spanish Fork. And Nielsen will now head over to the dugout, to the third base dugout for Spanish Fork, and we'll have a pinch runner come in. And that's going to be for the second time. Jason Money is going to come in for the second time tonight and run for Nielsen. So Spanish Fork putting some speed on the base paths as Ryan Golish, the third baseman, stands in with nobody out. Golish will take the first pitch, a fastball high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Golish singled in the second, grounded to short in the 5th, and then had a 2-run double in the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch on its way, and that one just on the outside corner. It evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball and 1 strike. DeJarnett working here from the stretch. Money gets his lead over at first. And the pitch swung on line to short. It's caught by Udy. Money was almost to second base. They throw to first for the double play. So a pop out to short for the first out. Money is caught going towards second on the 6-3. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. And Cooper Thorpe to come to the plate. I'm not sure. Money was not going with the pitch. He was just running after the ball was hit. I think he thought that one was going to fall in front of Connor Udy at short or get over Udy's head. And it fell right into Udy's glove with 2 outs. Thorpe will swing and foul the first pitch away. It's 0-1. So 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Thorpe has struck out swinging, reached on an error, and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. DeJarnett is set on the mound, and the 0-1 pitch on its way. Swung on, popped up, and that one's going to go foul. Down over onto the maintenance area, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes as DeJarnett is 1 strike away from getting out of the 8th inning and bringing his guys back up as the Box Elder fans come to their feet. The pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. McKay Evans is going to call for it. He is there, and he makes the catch, and we head to the bottom of the 8th at Brent Brown Ballpark. So Spanish Fork gets the leadoff man on, and then a double play will kill that threat, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Spanish Fork 4 at Box Elder 4. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork Channel 17.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprintandcopy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Fresh cut lettuce, perfectly sized vegetables, all the things you need for a fine salad. Fresh baked breads and pastries, cinnamon rolls to drool for, home-styled sandwiches that will please any appetite. Is this some new gourmet restaurant in town? Nope, it's all right here at the Dugout. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Dugout hits a home run. The Dugout, located next to the ballpark and the fairgrounds in Spanish Fork.
Bottom half of the 8th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Box Elder coming up. And just like in the 7th, a run for the Bees here will send them into the next round. And they will have to do it against the right-hander Maverick Buffo, who has done a very good job on the mound tonight for Spanish Fork. And they will face Cooper Christofferson, Tegan Hubbard, and Jacoby Bryce. Cooper Christofferson 0 for 3 on the night, and the first pitch he sees, he takes on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Christofferson playing third base, wears number 24 in the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and lined foul, and that's going to hit up on the netting and hit right above us on the roof. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes the count. And the 0-2 pitch on its way home. Swung on and missed, and Christofferson for the 4th time tonight down on strikes, and there's 1 out in the 8th inning, and Tegan Hubbard will step to the plate.
Number 19, Tegan Hubbard.
So Hubbard went down swinging in the 2nd, popped out to the catcher in the 3rd, and went down swinging in the 5th. Buffo set working from the windup. And the first pitch on its way to Tegan Hubbard is just off the plate for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Jacoby Bryce on deck for Box Elder, the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be just low and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. That one's going to hit the outside corner. And it's 2-1 to Tegan Hubbard. Buffo, pretty quick worker on the mound, gets the ball back, gets the sign, and delivers home the 2-1 pitch. That one's low and away for ball 3, and the count goes to 3-1. So Tegan Hubbard in a good fastball count here. We'll see if he is able to get a fastball that might be in a good position to hit here. Buffo sets the 3-1 pitch on its way home. Swung on and popped up into right field. Coming on is Bate. He will make the catch, and there's 2 outs in the 8th inning. So 2 away, and Jacoby Bryce will come up. Bryce reached on an error and then struck out in the 3rd and struck out in the 6th.
Second base, number 11, Jacoby Bryce.
And right now, Maverick Buffo has settled in a groove here. And the first pitch on its way home is taken for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Buffo's been around the plate tonight, and the 0-1 pitch. That one's away and low for a ball, and it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Spanish Fork infield playing at regular depth. To the Box Elder dugout, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Maverick Buffo is set. And he's going to get ready and deliver the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be on the outside corner, called strike 3. And the 8th inning has come to an end. So 2 more strikeouts for Buffo on the night. And we head to the top of the 9th inning at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Spanish Fork 4, Box Elder 4. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork Channel, number 17.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look for this sign and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay.
Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Congratulations, car guys!
Calvin Youd, Randy Brailsford, the car guys of Spanish Fork.
We're really excited about what we're able to do and provide for the community. Our goal is that we will sell you a quality car that's at a good, reasonable price.
The right place, dedicated service beyond the sale.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, the top of the 9th inning. And Spanish Fork coming up. We are locked at 4. We were scheduled to play 7. We've played 1 full complete extra inning. And now we'll start the second one as Spanish Fork will send up 9, 1, and 2.
Number 24, Maverick Buffo.
Maverick Buffo, Bennett Bradford, and Hayes Hall will come up. Buffo on the night is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He also walked in the 6th. And the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. Brandon DeJarnett delivers the 0-1. Ground ball hit to short. Connor Udy up with it. His throw pulls Evans and gets down the line. Buffo will hold as Justin Adams was right there to back up the play. And for the second straight inning, the leadoff man is on for Spanish Fork. And that will be, again, an error, and I think that will go probably against Connor Udy for the throw in the dirt. And a pinch runner will come in for Spanish Fork, and I think it's going to be here. It's going to be number 14, Devin Argyle, into pinch run. So Argyle will run for Buffo over at first, and now back to the top of the lineup. And Bennett Bradford, who takes the first pitch away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Bradford is 0 for 4 on the night. He's grounded to third, flown out to center twice, and struck out. 1 ball and no strikes. DeJarnett delivers home. A bunt laid down right back to the pitcher. Christofferson's going to come field it. He makes the throw in time. So Spanish Fork able to successfully move the runner up on the sacrifice bunt. And with 1 away, Hayes Hall will come to the plate. So if you're the Dons, you have that middle part of the lineup coming up here with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Just kind of probably what you wanted once you got the leadoff man on. And Hayes Hall comes in tonight 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Hall has flown out to right, struck out, walked, and flown out to center. And the first pitch grounded down the line. It's going to be a fair ball and roll into the corner. Coming around third and scoring is Argyle. Hayes Hall will slide into second with a double, and Spanish Fork, for the first time tonight, has the 5-4 lead in the 9th. Another one of those hits tonight that just found the right spot down the third baseline, and Cooper Christofferson couldn't quite get there, and Hayes Hall with an RBI double, and Spanish Fork now leads this one 5-4. And now that's going to bring up Brady Bate to the plate. Bate wearing number 10 stands in. DeJarnett will step off the mound. Bate on the night has flown out to center twice. He walked and also doubled. And his last at bat in the 7th inning. DeJarnett delivers home, and the pitch is low and away for a ball, and it's 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes to the count. Bate hitting from the right side. The 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled straight back onto the netting, and it evens the count at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike. DeJarnett delivers home. That one swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. So Brandon DeJarnett has come back to get a big second strike, and it's now 1-2 to Brady Bate. Bate set, and the 1-2 pitch on its way. Ground ball hit to short. Up with it is Udy. His throw across the diamond in time, and the second out of the inning is recorded. And so 2 outs, and Brock Nelson will come to the plate.
First baseman number 8, Brock
Nelson is grounded to third. He's struck out. Hayes Hall runs at second base, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to count on Brock Nelson. Nelson will stand back in the right side of the batter's box. Close stance in the box, and the 0-1 pitch is away for a ball, and it's 1-1. He faces a little bit more, it seems, in the box with that left foot more towards the right side of the infield. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and that one's lined to right center. It's up over the head of Bryson to right field. So coming around Hayes Hall, the throw will be cut off, and Spanish Fork has taken a 6-4 lead here in the 9th inning. An RBI single by Brock Nelson. And now with 2 outs, the Dons have a 2-run lead, and Trevor Perkins is going to come to the plate. So Perkins on the night has singled twice, including a 2-run single back in the 6th inning. And the first pitch is swung on and hit right to second. It's fielded by Bryce, his throw to first in time, and Perkins is retired. But Spanish Fork takes care of the damage. They scored 2 runs in the top of the 9th, and we head to the bottom of the 9th, the last chance for Box Elder. They need 2 runs to tie and 3 to win. You're listening to the 2014 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork, Channel 17.
Welcome to Confetti Antiques and Books. Today we want to talk about our basement sale and some of the fun things we have going on down here. Like old LPs. Wait! The light! Somebody get the light! Really, we want to talk to you about the Lucy Light by Empowered. A solar-powered emergency light that everyone should have in their home. How often have you found that battery on your flashlight to be dead? With the Lucy Light, you get up to 12 hours on a single charge. Perfect for your long-term 72-hour kit.
Lunchtime is coming soon, but you only have 30 minutes to get there, eat, and get back. You'd better head to the dugout, quick. This isn't just fast food, it's good fast food. Our fresh salad bar will please your appetite for a healthy and quick meal. Fresh fruit, fresh toppings, fresh hot pizza, or home-styled sandwiches. Take it back to work with you, or eat it right there. For lunch or dinner, the dugout, it's a home run. The dugout, next to the ballpark in Spanish Fork.
Back here at Brent Brown Ballpark, the bottom of the 9th inning, and Box Elder needs two runs to tie. They need 3 to win and to keep their season alive. And right now it's going to be 9-1-2 coming up against Maverick Buffo, who has been tough on Box Elder tonight, as he has put up 4 consecutive zeros in the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And now Mason Timothy will step in. Timothy is 1 for 3 on the night, struck out in the 2nd, grounded out to second in the 4th, and singled in the 6th. Buffo sets and delivers home, and the first pitch is low and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball and no strikes. Maverick Buffo set once again and ready to go with the 1-0 pitch, and the delivery comes. Swung on, and that one's fouled away back behind over above the press box, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Buffo sets and delivers the 1-1 pitch, and that one's just going to be low and away for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Justin Adams, and then scheduled to hit would be Bryant Tingy for Box Elder. 2 balls and a strike, and that pitch is high, ball 3, and it's 3-1 to the leadoff hitter, Mason Timothy. 3 balls and 1 strike. And at third base, Golish playing even with the bag. The 3-1 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, strike 2, and the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Maverick Buffo once again settling back down to get the big second strike. Now he needs 1 more strike to finish off Mason Timothy. The 3-2 payoff pitch is on its way home, and swung on and missed, strike 3, and Mason Timothy down on strikes. And there's 1 out in the 9th inning, and catcher Justin Adams will come up for Box Elder.
Catcher
Adams has walked in the first, flown out to left. He singled and scored in both the first and the fourth. He scored runs, and he struck out in his last at-bat in the 6th inning. Buffo is set on the mound and delivers home. The 0-1, the first pitch is high and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Bryant Tingey, the left fielder, currently in the on-deck circle for Box Elder. The 1-0 pitch is going to be outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. Spanish Fork looking for the final 2 outs of this one and move on to play at 1:30 tomorrow. The 2-0 pitch is a fastball that catches the plate, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike, and the 2-1 pitch on its way home. Swung on, lined right to second and caught by Thorpe, and there's 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Again, just a line drive that was hit right at Cooper Thorpe. In fact, Thorpe, I don't even think had to move to catch that one. And with 2 outs here in the inning, Brian Tingey is scheduled to hit. And we'll see if it indeed will be Tingey. He's making his way back into the batter's box, or back towards the first base dugout. Looks like there is a change coming here for Box Elder. Tingey will return the bat here as we're waiting on the change to come, and Box Elder's head coach is going to head over towards the dugout here. And a home plate umpire is going to follow him here. It looks like here we will have a change. It looks like it's going to be Brandon DeJarnett getting loose in the on-deck circle here. And so with 2 outs, Box Elder down to their final out of the season. They still need 2 runs to tie to extend this inning to the 10th. Braden DeJarnett getting set. Right now, Spanish Forks infield and Nielsen and Buffo all kind of congregating on the mound. And now we're set, ready to go as DeJarnett will make his way into the batter's box. And Box Elder down to their final out here, and Maverick Buffo will look to finish him off and get the Dons into the next game tomorrow at 1:30 against the loser of Mountain Crest or Bountiful. No balls and no strikes. DeJarnett steps in from the right side, and the first pitch on its way is away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Buffo again set with the 1-0 pitch on its way, and that's going to sit just off the plate again for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to DeJarnett. Again, Buffo set the 2-0 pitch, a fastball that just misses off the plate, and the count runs 3 balls and no strikes. Maverick Buffo for Spanish Fork has been good tonight. 3-0 pitch is a fastball that's right down Broadway, and it makes the count 3 balls and 1 strike. So 3 balls and 1 strike the count. Set and ready to go with the 3-1 pitch, and Buffo delivers that one. Swung on and fouled straight back, and the count is full at 3-2. So Box Elder down to their final out. The fans for Spanish Fork rising to their feet, looking for that final out to advance to the and stay alive in the state tournament. The 3-2 pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And Spanish Fork has survived a 9-inning, extra inning contest tonight to eliminate Box Elder 6-4. The final. Spanish Fork will move in to tomorrow afternoon's game at 1:30, where they will get the winner of the loser of Mountain Crest and Bountiful. The game from the top of the winner's bracket. One more look as Buffo just turned and threw that one right past Brandon DeJarnett. And once again, your final score from Brent Brown Ballpark. It's the Dons of Spanish Fork victorious in this one, 6-4 over the Box Elder Bees. You've been listening on Spanish Fork Channel 14. For the entire crew here at Brent Brown Ballpark, I'm Ryan Pickens signing off and saying good night, everyone. Once again, our final score, Spanish Fork 6 and Box Elder 4. The Dons move in to tomorrow afternoon's game at 1:30.
What time is it?
Yo, what time is it?
Anytime is taco time.
Security Insurance Agency, serving the community with personal service since 1964. Longtime customer, Lane Henderson.
He's covered my business to my home and everything, provided excellent coverage throughout the years. Personally takes care of my needs, so I really appreciate that personal touch.
Let Clark Swenson and his entire staff take care of you. Security Insurance Agency, 290 North Main in Spanish Fort, or call 798-3500.
At J-Mart, we give away an elegantly framed piece of art every month. To enter, simply go to facebook.com/jmartprintandcopy. You could win one of these beautiful canvas prints. And if you have a photo of your own you would like to enlarge and frame, come to J-Mart and leave a lasting legacy.
Fresh cut lettuce, perfectly sized vegetables, all the things you need for a fine salad. Fresh baked breads and pastries, cinnamon rolls to drool for, home-styled sandwiches that will please any appetite. Is this some new gourmet restaurant in town? Nope, it's all right here at the Dugout. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Dugout hits a home run. The Dugout, located next to the ballpark and the fairgrounds in Spanish Fork.